Today we take a look at a super rare GPU, a Dell Radeon RX 7400. This GPU is a new generation of AMD single-slot low-profile cards by Dell OEM, and it was designed specifically to be installed in their SFF desktop PCs. The RX 7400 GPU was announced in mid-2025. Back then, there were a lot of YouTubers and press reviews of this GPU without an actual GPU, and they didn't even have a real picture of it. There are a few videos about gameplay testing with the Dell RX 7400 on YouTube, and I'm really excited to have it in my hands myself. There are so many rumors that this little GPU is even faster than an RTX 2060 GPU. Some GPU database websites like Tech PowerUp show that this GPU's performance is between an RTX 2060 and an RTX 2060 Super, but some other websites, especially Technical City, only show that the RX 7400 GPU is only about 10% faster than an RTX 3056 GB. The Dell Radeon RX 7400 is a successor to the Dell RX 6500, which I also have right here. We see nearly double the upgrade from the RX 6500 to the RX 7400, such as more SP cores, 1024 cores to 1792 cores, double the bandwidth, 64-bit to 128-bit, double the VRAM, 4 GB to 8 GB, and PCIe lanes from X4 to X8. These GPU models are not widely available for retail, and you can only get them by buying a Dell PC and adding the RX 7400 GPU as the graphics card option, or by looking on eBay for users selling their GPUs, like the one I have here. Honestly, the Dell Radeon RX 7400 GPU price is very expensive right now, and it is not the best choice for a light gaming setup, since you could probably buy a mini PC with a Radeon 780 MI GPU and a powerful CPU for the same price as this GPU. For me personally, since I am a DIY enthusiast and I have so many DIY projects with 3D design, like creating the smallest eGPU and the smallest gaming console, spending $500 on this GPU is a long-term investment. Right now, the Dell Radeon RX 7400 sells for $450 to $500, so the price is ridiculous, and any PC upgrade using this GPU right now doesn't seem to make sense at all. However, maybe in the next few years, these GPUs will become more affordable, like finding them for around $100, just like we found the RX 6400 or Dell RX 6500 GPUs last year. It could be a great option for a 1-liter Lenovo Tiny PC upgrade to build the smallest 1-liter Steam machine, or even a 2.3-liter Steam machine with a Dell Precision 3260 Compact in the future, right? Also, most Dell SFF desktop PCs have great potential to turn into powerful gaming PCs, but they are limited to installing single-slot low-profile GPUs only. The RX 7400 GPU could be the answer for these PCs that cannot fit a dual-slot GPU. And we will have more options for AMD GPUs for better Linux support on these PCs. Since people are very interested in this GPU and they want to know how the real-world performance of this GPU is, today I will test gameplay benchmarks for this GPU and compare it to two other GPUs. The NVIDIA RTX 3056 GB, which is widely known by most users, and the most recent budget workstation GPU from Intel, the Intel Arc Pro B50 GPU. This way, it will be easy for you to understand the real performance of the RX 7400 compared to a GPU you might already have. For the testbench PC that I'm going to use to test and compare these GPUs, I'm using my own build with these specs. An Intel Core Ultra 265K CPU, 32 GB of DDR5 RAM clocked at 6,400 MHz, and a Z890 motherboard. First, I want to check the GPU specs with the GPU Z app. Here I have an AMD Radeon RX 7400 installed on this PC. This GPU is made by Dell and features 1,792 SP cores and 8 GB of Hynix GDDR6V RAM. It has a 128-bit bus running at PCIe 4.0 x 8 lanes with a TGP of 55 watts. Now, let's check the GPU's thermal performance and compare these three GPUs using FurMark. For the FurMark GPU stress test, we saw that the Yeston RTX 30 56GB low profile reached a maximum temperature of 63 degrees Celsius with an average of 47 frames per second. The Dell RX 7400 hit a max temp of 80 degrees Celsius with an average of 56 frames per second, while the Intel Arc Pro B50 stayed at a max temp of 63 degrees Celsius with an average of 75 frames per second. Based on the scores, the Yeston RTX 3056GB low profile scored 2,824, which makes it about 16.2% slower than the RX 7400. On the other hand, the Intel Arc Pro B50 is the clear leader here, with a score of 4,559, making it a massive 35.2% faster than our Dell RX 7400. I ran Geekbench 6 to benchmark the raw GPU performance for each card, and here are the results. Intel Arc Pro B50, 69,996. Yeston RTX 30 56GB low profile, 59,357. Dell Radeon RX 7400, 58,369. The RTX 3050 outperforms the RX 7400 by 1.7%, keeping them pretty close in raw speed. However, the Intel Arc Pro B50 outperforms the RX 7400 by a massive 19.9%. I also ran 3 DMARC TimeSpy to benchmark the raw GPU performance for each GPU. And the result? Yeston RTX 3050, 6GB, low profile, 4,573. Dell Radeon RX 7400, 4,863. Intel Arc Pro B50, 7,515. In 3 DMARC, the RX 7400 actually outperforms the RTX 3050 by about 6.3%, showing its efficiency in newer DirectX 12 games. However, the B50 outperforms the RX 7400 by a massive 54.5% in this test. Now let's benchmark the gameplay of the GPUs with Black Myth Wukong. I'm using the Black Myth Wukong benchmark tool to benchmark the game at 1080p medium graphics settings with no upscaling and no frame generation. The results show that the RTX 3050 achieves 33 frames per second, the Dell RX 7400 achieves 28 frames per second, and the Intel Arc Pro B50 achieves 41 frames per second. So, we see that the RTX 3050 6GB is 17.9% faster than the RX 7400, and the Intel Arc Pro B50 is 46.4% faster than the Dell Radeon RX 7400. Now, let's move on to Red Dead Redemption 2 at 1080p with all graphics settings set to medium and no upscaling. I'm also using the built-in Game Benchmark tool to test this game. The RTX 3050 achieved 71 frames per second on average. The Dell Radeon RX 7400 achieved 80 frames per second on average, and the Intel Arc Pro B50 achieved 96 frames per second on average. In this game, the results shift a bit. The RTX 3050 is 11.2% slower than the RX 7400, which actually holds its ground really well in this title. Meanwhile, the Intel Arc Pro B50 is 20.0% faster than the Dell Radeon RX 7400, maintaining its spot at the top. The next game I want to test is Cyberpunk 2077 at 1080p medium settings, with no upscaling enabled and no frame generation. The results show that the RTX 30 56GB achieves 51 frames per second on average. The Dell Radeon RX 7400 achieves 50 frames per second on average, and the Intel Arc Pro B50 achieves 71 frames per second on average. The RTX 30 56GB is just slightly faster than the RX 7400 here, beating it by 2.0%. However, the Intel Arc Pro B50 is much stronger, outperforming the Dell Radeon RX 7400 by 42.0%. The last game I want to test is Shadow of the Tomb Raider at 1080p medium graphic settings with no upscaling enabled.
Hey! Cuidado, niños!
At the end of the built-in game benchmark, the results show that the RTX 30 56GB achieves 84 frames per second. The Dell Radeon RX 7400 achieves 73 frames per second, and the Intel Arc Pro B50 achieves 86 frames per second. In conclusion, I'm really excited that AMD is releasing more single-slot, low-profile GPUs like this RX 7400. However, when you look at the price and performance compared to budget cards from NVIDIA and Intel, like the RTX 3056GB and the Arc Pro B50, the RX 7400 just doesn't keep up. In synthetic benchmarks, the RX 7400 actually beats the RTX 3050. But in real games, the RX 7400 runs much hotter, which causes it to throttle and drop performance below the 3050. I hope we see the RX 7400 drop to around $100 in the next few years to make it a better deal for small form factor builds. That's all for today's video. I hope this info on the Dell Radeon RX 7400 was helpful. Thanks for watching.